Good morning to you all, and a very warm and energetic welcome to the next Co-Create Strategic Planning Day. But for those observant of you, you will notice the window behind me, it's pitch black, so obviously recording this in the evening before. So sorry I can't be physically with you today, as I'm about to start my second cycle of immunotherapy this Friday, so I need to make sure I remain COVID negative for that. When we met last summer, the holidays beckoned, so we were looking forward to dusting off our swimming gear for the holiday sunshine, kids breaking up for school, and we just finished our first set of sessions with Astrin, which incorporated our 360-degree feedback, micro skills, and start to deepen our approach to catalytic change, all of which allowed us to start and develop our own practice, both as individuals and as a team. Well, I hope you managed to get away on your holidays, although I guess some of the suntan lines will have now washed away, sadly. Kids back to school, wonderfully. My Georgie started his new high school. Where have all the years gone? He looked very smart in his new uniform. He's making new friends and managing his new environment very well. And yes, even got a quick hug and a love you, Dad, closely followed by, now go away, Dad, I want to make friends and you're going to be embarrassing. Some of you are packed off slightly older kids to university, and you're sat there as proud as punch, mum and dads, although I guess the difficult bit is remembering what we got up to at university, but probably less said about that the better. My daughter is getting married next year, so she's just brought our third wedding dress now, and now she's finally happy. Phew. I'm going to have to try and persuade her to sell. Right, we've moved to Lincolnshire now, so we combined our three houses, as most of you know, over the last few years. It's been a bit stressful, but we've now finally got here. We live in a small hamlet just outside Lincoln called Welton Hill Farm, and we are never, ever, 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 ever going to move again. So if I start that conversation off, just take me around the back and say, "Oi, remember what you said?" So we're now setting our farm up to be a bit more self-sufficient, some adaptations to the solar panels and systems. So we will be virtually off-grid for all of our electricity. Although it is quite funny actually, because the sunshine keeps the wine fridge going, so it keeps all of our fizz nice and cool. Although slight irony is I'm not really allowed to drink at the minute. Although we did decide that, and we agreed that Fortnum Masons doesn't count, obviously, because they're special. So we cracked open a bottle of rosé champagne, although the nurse in my clinical team was less than impressed with my logic. Oh well. We also inherited a polytunnel, so it's homegrown veg time. And last week I bought a mini compost system, which takes all of our kitchen food waste together with grass clippings and fallen leaves, etc., and waste from the garden, and turns it into compost, which is wonderful. I've got a bit of plumbing left to do on some of the pipe work to get the rainwater storage system up and running, and we're going to use that to keep our polytunnel watered together with the rest of the garden. So, bar some chickens and a cow and a pig, I think it was. We are the Tom and Barbara from The Good Life, for those of you old enough to remember them. Right. We've also had time to develop and co-create our own practice through some of the programmes of work, of which we have several significant pieces. But as we look at the NHS and social care, the challenges keep increasing, and it feels at the moment really broken. Certainly my 32 years in the health service, I've never known it quite to be broken as this. That said, the world we live in is also rapidly changing and a bit broken around us. And so the skills we've been learning show us a different way to approach change. In all of this change, though, the one common element, whether it's at home in your personal life or work, is you. So catalytic change through breakthrough. We know our keep pushing model only really confuses busyness with productivity, and often puts some of our own health against performance and stifles creativity at just about every opportunity. We have made inroads into getting people around to buy in our way of working, which has been really, really good. But as we know from the squiggle diagram that we did just before the summer break, that really gives a helpful insight, certainly for me, in terms of where I need to put some of my energies, especially in the financial theatre. Although hopefully with the right kind of input, it'll be a little bit more gladiatorial than executional for me. We know that we need innovation not only to cost save, but to invest and develop services that are adapted for the world that's changing around us. But, innovation is not an epiphany that one person has. Innovation are ideas that are born out of ideas that come from even more ideas, which means diversity. Ideas not in short supply, though. It's courage that is scarce. You all have courage as a team. You have the courage and the confidence of those around us and within each of you all. I'm so very, very proud of how far you've all come. So remember, we spoke about your magic. So through diversity, get others to stand in your magic, and so they get their own magic, and we start to compound and build, and that is opportunity, not deficit. And what really counts is the courage to continue with all of this work. I just want to say a huge thank you to you all for stepping up and working together in a different way whilst I've had to deal with this pesky cancer yet again. Your messages, thoughts and prayers mean a lot to me and my family. Sitting on my hands and keeping away from their work keyboard has been quite a challenge for me, as some of you could probably gather. But do you know what? Having the time out, and because you're such fantastic, wonderful, insightful people, it's given me the time and the ability to stand back a bit, look after me for a while whilst I deal with this nonsense I've got at the moment. And it's given me time to reflect and look at some of the balance of work and life, which has been important. But as I say, I couldn't have done any of this without all of you, and it's a real privilege to work for you. So really thank you. Right, enough of me now. Enjoy your day together, looking at the key strategic programs and themes to help shape and manage our strategic plan together, and together your commitment to practicing the micro skills. So I look forward to hearing about your discussions and outcomes, and look forward to joining you in early mid-October. All right, take care, and as always, have fun. Bye.